Hi, Vadim here. In one of previous videos I showed basic principles of constructing rhythms with ornament. This process is radically differs from classical drawing of patterns on 16-step grid. Ornament gives you ability to globally control rhythm properties and represent it not as an array of static or quasi-static points on grid, but as some flexible structure, their events and parameters interconnected with each other by some common law. In other words, now your rhythm is a function programmed in patch and knob parameters. By analogy with types of image editors, if classical sequencer is a bitmap rhythm editor, then ornament is the vector rhythm editor. In this video I am going to explain how pass out of ornament works and show one more technique of rhythm constructing. Create simple metronome loop or sync ornament via MIDI. More details about MIDI and synchronization are presented in part 5 of this tutorial series. Connect trigging of cell 1 and cell 2 with metronome loop. Cell 1 triggers hi-hat and cell 2 triggers bass drum. Knob position of cell controls division factor. Let division factor of hi-hat cell will be 1, so we can hear every trigger of metronome grid. Set division factor of bass drum cell equal 2. Now kick sounds at every first hi-hat and ignores every second one. If we increase division factor of kick to 3, it ignores every second and every third triggers and so on. Pass out allows us to intercept all ignored triggers and send it to new destination. Let cell 3 triggers percussion sound. You need to toggle bass module to percussion mode. Connect pass out of kick cell to trig in of percussion cell and set its division factor to 1. Setting division factor of cell to 1 allows to hear all possible triggers sent to it. I always set minimum time parameter to hear all incoming events. Note that kick triggers and percussion triggers are separated by pass out. In other words, kick and percussion will never sound at the same time. Triggers which activate kick will never get to percussion and vice versa. So pass out allows to use all previously discussed techniques in new manner. Note that then division factor of kick decreased to 1, you hear intensive bass drum beat and no percussion, because there are no triggers to go to pass out. You just mute percussion by redirecting its triggers to kick. Note that muting of kick not mutes snare drum, because in pause mode cell still takes part at trigger exchange. There is a way to diversify percussion pattern. Connect kick cell trig out to trig in of percussion cell and decrease its division factor to 1. Now we hear all trigger flow which goes to percussion cell input. It consists from sum of pass-out triggers and triggers of bass drum deactivation. Coarse value of kick cell time parameter determines division factor of cell or how much triggers will be ignored and appear on pass-out. Knob has a range corresponding to some division factors, but fine value of the same parameter determines then cell deactivates. This effect was discussed in part 2, then I showed trigger delay technique. Now we deal with the same effect but from different perspective. Increased division factor of percussion. Due to increased amount of incoming events, I get new rhythm. Note that number of pin connections is not limited, so I can connect hi-hat trick out to trick in of percussion cell too. This is the final part, where we create static rhythms with constant time parameters. Ideas I show in future videos allows to diversify and animate all techniques discussed in previous parts. In next video, we concentrate on exploration of feedbacks and modulation in Ornament. So, see you next video.